Now we're kicking it on the live stream here as well. But welcome in, everyone. If you're listening to Skeeter 101.5 or you're listening to the Pine River-Backus, your live event, we're happy to have you. So, Randy, we got a good matchup here tonight. 17 minutes, 17:27 left to go here in the pregame show, and we got Pine River-Backus. We just were doing the game the other night, and Pine River sits at 12-13, 6-4 in section conference 7-5. And they're ranked right now 73rd. The last game we were here for was the Park Rapids game, which turned out to be a really good game for Pine River, playing a pretty darn good Park Rapids team in the AA.
Well, it was a good team for them to play, especially I think they had to go down to Belgrade after that and play BBE down there, who's always good. So it was kind of a tune-up game for them, and things didn't turn out real well down at Belgrade either, but you're going to see a different kind of team here with the Nevis Tigers than we have, and than you would see with Park Rapids or with BBE. They met earlier in the year, and I think over at Nevis came away with a 17-point win. That's old news. You never know what's going to happen when you step on the floor. We've talked about that before. Any given night, anything can happen.
Well, and of course, Randy, as you know, being a former athletic director of the in the Northwoods Conference, Pine River plays them twice and potentially could see them for a third time. And let's see what the Nevis Tigers got here tonight. 21-3, they're 10-1 overall, 12-2 in their conference, and they're ranked 17th right now in Class Single A. And Randy, this was a team that made it to the state championship, or not the state championship, but the state tournament last year. And it looks like they haven't slowed down since.
No, and that, really, last year after they made it to the state tournament, I talked to Coach Schroeder about that, and he goes, it was a real surprise, that they got that, got that ticket to the state tournament. And really, they've just kind of springboarded off of that into this season, and they're playing very well again.
Well, and you can see from their schedule, I know we don't like looking at that, but they've played some pretty tough opponents. They, the one that kind of stands out to me would be kind of an interesting look at is they only beat they lost Walker Hackensack Akeley by 3 in a double overtime, which would be number one, a good game to watch. But I think it just shows that the Nevis team sitting at 21-3 is still beatable.
Yeah, well, the first time they played Walker was at Nevis, and it did go double overtime. Walker wins that game, and then they turn around, I think it was like 4 or 5 days later, and they played each other at Walker, and they really kind of took it to Walker that night. Things really went their way, and, it just goes to show that you never know what's going to happen. The same thing with PRB girls in Walker. Go up to Walker, and Walker handles them, and Walker comes in here, and our girls, hang in there and end up picking up a win at the end of that game.
And so tonight, we're going to have a good matchup, a good single-A matchup here in Pine River. It's the Nevis Tigers versus the Pine River-Backus Tigers on your live event and Skeeter 101.5. We're on the 371 pregame show. We'll take a quick break. Then we'll look at the Minnesota High School boys basketball polls and girls basketball polls, and then talk about what's coming up on the agenda for the next few days and into the coming weeks. With your area teams. This is Caleb Travis with Randy Schwagel on your live event and Skeeter 101.5, and we'll be right back. Go to ad.
Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County Road 1, providing compassionate small animal care for your beloved pets.
Here tonight on Skeeter 101.5. This is the 371 pregame show with Caleb Travis, Randy Schwagel. 371 station in Pine River is locally owned. It has diesel, gasoline, kerosene, and bait and tackle, and everything else that you need. Locally owned station 371 in Pine River. So, I was saying before our little break there, let's look at some high school boys basketball polls, girls basketball polls as well while we got 12 minutes here or sometime in the pregame. So class 4A basketball right now, Brainerd's sitting at 9th, which is, they were, and Randy, as you know, maybe you read the Brainerd paper, the Brainerd Dispatch every once in a blue moon, but the the Brainerd Warriors were a team that started off really hot, and they've kind of slowed down a little bit, but for the most part, they're kind of running 4A right now in the BLA or the Brainerd Lakes area.
Yeah, up here they're the team. They've got a lot of bodies to choose from down there, and they got some good athletes. The thing you've got to look at with them is, they've kind of been an up and down school, both boys and girls. I think the girls are maybe struggling a little bit this year, but last year they were really good. So. They go through cycles just like everybody else, but I think their boys right now are playing really well.
And, yeah, for sure. And that is, in Brainerd Lakes area, like you said, it's a really interesting outlook because you have Pequot Lakes, who's 2A right now, who's potentially going to 3A in the next couple of years, and you have a lot of 1A schools, and then you go 45 minutes south, and then you got a 4A school. So it's just really interesting to see the layout up here in the Brainerd Lakes area because you have such contrasting teams from single A to 4A.
You go to 4A and you look in this area and there just isn't anyone. It's Brainerd to Bemidji, and then you got to go over either east or west into Moorhead area, Duluth area. There just isn't. You get out here in rural Minnesota, and you see a lot of 1A schools and a few 2A schools, and I think you're right, Caleb. You're going to see Pequot jump into 3A here in the very near future. But, yeah, it's, that you think about the travel that those 4A schools have to do to play, the competition that they need, and they've got to go down to the metro area, St. Cloud area, a little bit of a trip for them just about every night out. We were talking about the season they're having. I think one of their good players that they have, Pekarich, it's a family that's been in that Brainerd system for a long time. His grandpa and I played basketball together, so that's how long it goes back. But he's kind of a good player for them right now.
And, I just got a text from Paul saying that we accidentally dropped our Skeeter 101.5 people. But hopefully you're joining us right now. We are listening to right now the Nevis Tigers versus the Pine River-Backus Tigers, and we're in the pregame show right now with Station 371 pregame. And like Randy, you said, Brainerd is just one of those teams that is standing out right now in high school sports. And we don't really see anybody in 3A from the local area. But 2A, you see number 10, Esco, who lost to Pequot Lakes. And I just saw today, a shout-out to my cousin Eli Leposki, that his buzzer beater in Esco actually made it on SportsCenter Instagram.
Oh, did it? I saw it on the WCCO news one night. There were two shots that evening, his and another one. Kid threw the length of the floor and made it for a winning basket. But, yeah, it didn't take long for Eli's to circulate around this area from, one phone to the next, and it got to me through Kim Sheely. Sent it to me that night, and I was going to send it to my son, who, of course, already saw it. So it moved around in a hurry. It was a heck of a shot.
So, and it's interesting though, and we kind of talk about this around the world of sports, is talking about rankings. Because one of the things is you look at college football, you look at TCU. Let's take TCU, for example. They come in and they get whomped by, I'm pretty sure, I believe, the Georgia Bulldogs, a 1 and 4 seed. And it just shows sometimes rankings always are not what they're cracked up to be, or for that matter, records.
Well, I think when you look at it, it kind of differs from sport to sport. I just don't see a number 1 seed in football getting beat by a number 8 seed. It's very, very rare that would ever happen. Now, a 1 seed could get beat by an 8 seed in basketball a lot easier. Some night, a team catches fire and everything they throw up goes in, while their opponent, maybe a 1 seed, is just ice cold, and that can happen. But when we get into tournament times here, I think they start. Well, I think they actually start some of the play-in games are next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, and then the second round seeded teams start on Thursdays. Anything can happen when you get into playoffs. You just never know. Sometimes an opponent looks by, maybe a 1 looks by an 8 and starts thinking about their next round, and they get ambushed and get beat.
And so then in 1A, we have Cass Lake Bena, who was number 1 for a while. Now they've moved down to number 2. We have Henning, Northland, and Nevis. So Nevis cracking the rankings there in 1A. So now let's talk about girls basketball. Nobody in 4A. 3A has Grand Rapids right now. 2A has the Pequot Lakes Patriots, who have been there for a long time. But then now you're starting to see Crosby Ironton start to crack the rankings a little bit in 2A. I think it's deserved with how well Orline's playing and some of those other Crosby Ironton girls are playing. But at the end of the day, rankings, like what you said, it comes down to playoff time. You could be a 17th ranked and then lose to your or a 2 or a 3 and lose to the 5 or 6.
I've watched, you talked about CI, I watched them play early in the year against Pequot Lake girls, and I just really wasn't very impressed with them. Orline, she's, obviously one of the best players around, but as a team, I didn't think they were good. And then I've watched them a couple times since then, and boy, they've really stepped it up. They're much more impressive than they were when I saw them early in the year. You talked a little bit about 1A boys, and 1A boys right now, this area has a lot of good 1A school for boys. Foston comes in the other night, beats Cass Lake. Cass Lake Bena beats Cherry, who was rated number 2.
Now moved to 5.
Yeah, and then you don't want to forget about Northland Reamer. They've only lost 2 or 3 games and got beat by Cherry then the other night by just a couple points. Northland Reamer wins that conference for the first time in 43 years.
Wow.
So, there's a lot of good 1A schools, right in this area. So it's going to be some fun basketball here. And don't forget Nevis boys. They're always tough.
Well, I talked to, and I couldn't get my interviews to work tonight, but I was talking to Paul Schroeder about that because in the car when I was driving from Bemidji to Pine River, I was thinking about the success the boys basketball programs and the girls basketball programs have been having. You see these coaches come in, and now Scott's been doing it for a lot longer than Paul has. Paul's been in about his head coaching role, he said, for about 4 years. But you absolutely see a transformation of teams sometimes when coaches come in, like Scott and Paul, and they change the culture.
Yeah, they really, and Paul is, well, both of them are from the area over there. Paul grew up playing sports at Nevis. I remember coaching against him when he was a quarterback for their football team. So he knows the community, he knows moms and dads, he knows the kids, and that's important when you're coaching high school sports, and he really has. He really, came in and brought a kind of a different twist, a different idea to the program, and it's been very successful for him and for the girls.
Yeah, and so now we got 3 minutes left here in the pregame show. A lot of basketball knowledge going around between Randy and I, of course, on Skeeter 101.5 and your live event. I'm Caleb Travis here with Randy Schweigel, former athletic director of Pine River-Backus, and let's get into some schedules here. Tonight, the Pequot Lakes Patriots have a doubleheader. They have Moose Lake Willow River for the boys basketball program, and I think, I'm not going to pull up my phone right now, but I want to believe the boys basketball team won against them, and then Park Rapids at Pequot Lakes as well. And Cash 95-9 is with Devin Kruger on the call, and then Albany at Little Falls. For girls basketball right now, we have Staples Motley at Aiken with Paul on KKINAM in your live event. And then us here, Nevis, 15th ranked at PRB. And then Pine River and Alexandria, Minnehaha Academy and Crosby Ironton. That should be a good game. Minnehaha is ranked 4th in AA, and Crosby's ranked 16th. McGregor and Two Harbors, and then Piers, Zimmerman. And then we have some other games going on as well. Brainerd, Moorhead, Piers and Pillager, Bram at Hill City, Walker Hackensack Akeley at Nevis, Pine River at Red Lake, Crosby Ironton at the Mesabi East. McGregor and Ogilvy, Cromwell, and Mille Lacs and Onamia. And here's the thing that I'm looking forward to is high school wrestling, individual sections. 7A at Staples Motley, Crosby, Arrington, and Mille Lacs, and then 8AA at Detroit. DL is day 1 of 2. It's the Pequot Lakes Pine River-Backus. And then 8 AAA at St. Cloud Tech, 1 of 2 days. And then Brainerd and Little Falls are there. State tournament is also going on, which is crazy to believe that our winter season's coming to an end. Semifinals are at the XL Energy Center for single A. It is Proctor versus Orono, War Road versus South St. Paul. Double A is Andover and Edina, Minnetonka and Gentry. And then the consolation semifinals at Trio Rink is Rosemont, Lakeville North, and then Centennial and Spring Lake Park versus Moorhead. Gymnastics state tournament is also going on at the University of Minnesota, 1 of 2 days. Brianna Deason and Josie Hargrith are for Brainerd. Swimming and diving, Brainerd hosts sections 8AA, day 1 of 2. The Minnesota Loons versus Wilmer. CLC Raiders are in the MCAC. I don't remember how it's, I think there's the acronym pronunciation for that. And then it's Adenoka Ramsey, Minnesota Golden Gophers are going to be on. There's a lot coming up here in the next few days. Make sure that you check out our website to get all the latest info and all the latest updates on what's going on around the local area. Well, the pregame show's coming to an end. We got 48 seconds here. When we come back, we'll talk about the lineups. We'll talk about who's starting and what we can expect from this game. This is Skeeter 101.5 in your live event. I'm Caleb Travis with Randy Schweigel, and we'll be right back. Are you kidding? Well, I guess we won't go to break because I can't get the ads to work. So we're just really killing it up here in the booth tonight. Welcome back to Skeeter 101.5 in your live event. Caleb Travis, Randy Schweigel here. Nevis, 15th ranked in single A basketball right now. And the Pine River-Backus girls basketball team. Here's who we got for the starters. Let's see here. Tonight we got, of course, for the Pine River-Backus Tigers, Kate Travis, Hannah Barkas, Sawyer Tulinchek, and Brianna Hannikin, Alora Dahl, and we will stop for the national anthem really quick, and we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. Trying to figure out how we can get ads going here, which is it's proving to be more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But for the starting lineup for the Nevis girls is Liddy DeWolf, Addie Lindau, Maddie, Maya Stacy, Marley Mitchell, and Kylie Bessler. And so, Randy, what do you see tonight happening here in Pine River?
Well, I was thinking about this game earlier today, and I'm trying to think of what PRB had to do to win. They're definitely an underdog, of course, going into this. And the one thing that, and I think we've talked about this before too, they have to keep everybody on the floor. They can't have, say, Sawyer picking up 2 quick fouls or Travis picking up a couple quick fouls and sitting on the bench. Coach Shealy needs everyone available the whole game. If he needs to take somebody out for a rest, that's one thing, but they can't take themselves out of the game with foul trouble. So I think for them, that's the key. Keep everybody, in the mix.
Yeah, Randy, and I 100% agree. I don't, the thing about it is we rarely ever disagree on the shows that we even did during the COVID era, and so I don't think I'm going to disagree with you here tonight or even start doing that. But remember, out there right now is, right now we have Liddy DeWolf out there, number 22, Kylie Bessler, Maya Stacy, Marley Mitchell, and then I think I'm only missing one, and it's Addie Lindau. So we got a good matchup here tonight for the PRB Tigers. Of course, Laura Dahl, 22, or number 1. Number 22, Sawyer Tulinchek. Number 24, Hannah Barkus. And number 5, Brianna Hannikin, and number 2, Kate Travis. And we're off. And that's going to be Lindau with the ball. She's going to go to the right side, then go to Maya Stacy, back to Lindau, and then to DeWolf for 2. And and that's a good little, some good ball movement to start out by Nevis.
It was, they had 3-4 quick passes, and they had wide open look, and, pretty easy shot.
So it's going to be Sawyer Tulinchek, great pass to Brianna Hannikin. She'll miss. And it's going to be number 22, Kylie Bessler, with that rebound.
Yeah, it's a good little option they ran right there, setting a pick away from the ball for Brianna, and she comes across. Unfortunately didn't make the shot, but a good open look.
And that was a good shot there by Addie Lindau. And it's going to be 4-0, 17-18 left to go here in the first. Marley Mitchell with a almost potential rebound, and Brianna Hannikin will come up with it. Kate Travis looking to pull a 3. She'll go up. And it will be a foul call here on, my assumption is, Kylie Bessler.
One thing I like about the way PRB started out here is all 3 shots have been in the paint. So they're taking the ball to the basket, which is good. And when you do that, you start drawing fouls, just like we saw Kate get right there.
So Kate Travis now will be to the line, and that is Kylie Bessler's first personal foul, first team foul. Kate Travis will miss the first shot. She'll get a second attempt here, and it will be a make, making it 4-1, 17 minutes left to go here in the first. So now the Tigers putting on a 2-2-1, it looks like to me, Randy. And that's going to be Marley Mitchell wide open. She'll go up with the left, and she'll make. And it's going to be now 6-1, Nevis Tigers up in this game.
All right, obviously there's a little bit of miscommunication, some kind of breakdown on that press there.
Hannah Barkus with the ball. She's going to get a screen here from Brianna Hannikin. She'll kick it to Alora Dahl. Alora Dahl trying to see what she can muster up here. She'll go to Brianna Hannikin, and then Kate Travis trying to get it in the post. Kate Travis looking for 3, and she'll barely miss that one. Brianna Hannikin giving her a good little scoop pass there. Alora Dahl for 3, and she'll miss, and it'll be Lydia DeWolf with that rebound. It's going to be Kylie Bessler to then number 5, Addie Lindau. And then Addie Lindau will get it back from DeWolf. And then Marley Mitchell with the rebound. She'll miss, and Alora Dahl will get it. She'll do a quick pass to Sawyer Tulinchek. It'll go Kate Travis. Kate Travis going to try to do, I thought maybe pull a spin move out on the Nevis Tigers.
Coming, she does that quite often. She's pretty good at it, but decided against it that time.
It's going to be Kate Travis for 3. She'll miss. And it's going to be number 5, Addie Lindau with the rebound. And now the Nevis Tigers will have another opportunity. It's 6-1, 15-28 left to go here in the first. Maya Stacy with the ball for the Nevis Tigers, I should say. Addie Lindau kick back out to Stacy, then to Kylie Bessler. Hannah Barkus playing defense on her. And a good defense, some good defense here by the Tigers, Randy.
Well, it is. They got to be careful they don't get stretched out too far, though. They're getting up a little bit high on the ball, which is going to create some openings, in the lane. But, so far so good.
And it's looking kind of like a matchup 2-3, Randy, which I know Tucker Shealy, and that's going to be number 22, Kaylee Bessler. And we get, ooh, what do we got here, Randy?
I'm not sure what. Jim Schneider is talking about right now.
And Jim Schneider is sending.
He might have given a warning on one of the Nevis Tiger girls for interfering with the ball when it came through. So they'll get a warning. If it happens again, they get a technical.
So, or maybe, or could it have been because it was 9-1 and then it moved down to 8-1? Could have it been like they thought it was a 3-point shot?
I think maybe you are right there, Caleb.
And Jim just caught it, and that's going to be Kylie Bessler anyways for 3, so she makes up the point in transition. And Tucker Sheely will call a timeout. 11-1, Nevis Tigers up here, 14:25 left to go in the first. We'll take a timeout. Skeeter 101.5 in your live event.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
101.5 and your live event listeners. Caleb Travis here with Randy Schweigel, former athletic director here at Pine River-Backus, and we got a good game boiling up here. The number 15th ranked girls basketball team in single A right now is the Nevis Tigers versus the Pine River-Backus Tigers, and the game right now is 11-1. 14:23 left to go in the first, and there's a lot of game left.
Well, there is, a lot of time left, no question about it, but PRB is going to have to put up some points here pretty quick. They can't let this get out of hand.
Brianna Hannikin going to Sawyer Tulenchek. A short corner shot, she'll miss. Marley Mitchell will get it, and it'll go to Addie Lindau. And the Nevis Tigers then go to Addie Lindau, and she'll miss. And she'll get her own rebound. Marley Mitchell to Liddy DeWolf. She'll throw it up a short corner. She'll get a rebound over Brianna Hannikin, and it will go out of bounds. And we got to remember, too, with these Nevis Tigers, like we're talking about in the pregame show, if you're able to listen, they beat BBE last year to go to the state tournament.
Yep. And they're a good ball team. There's no question about it.
Brianna Hannikin trying to drive. She'll get it stripped from Liddy DeWolf. Holy cow, a lot of the similar last names. But Marley Mitchell will go to Kylie Bessler. Then up to Maya Stacy, then down to Lydia DeWolf. Marley Mitchell in the high post. She'll get that ball knocked out by Brianna Hannikin, but keep. And now a reset, it looks like, here from the Nevis Tigers. Will go Lydia DeWolf down to Addie Lindau, and it will be a rolling.
PRB switched defenses after a timeout. I think that was a good move by Coach Sheely, but again, Nevis, good movement on their part, to get the shot they wanted.
Brianna Hannikin will get that shot off, and the rebound will be by Maya Stacy. Addie Lindau is the primary ball handler, it looks like, here tonight for the Nevis Tigers while this starting lineup is in. And that's going to be on that one. It's going to be Marley Mitchell for the 2, and it's going to be 15. And Coach Sheely's looking like he's going to call another timeout. He's going to call just a quick little 30-seconder. But Randy, 15 to 1 right now, 12:24 left to go, and we're in the first half. We'll get some subs in, but what do you think Coach Sheely's saying right now?
Well, I don't know. He might be setting up something to get somebody a good open look, close in to get a score here. The shots they've taken are not that bad. A couple of threes, you can always question those, but they've had some shots in the paint, and Hannikin put the ball on the ground and went to the basket, got it, picked away from her. But I do like the idea of attacking the basket. So, we'll see what Coach Sheely has here. I'm sure, don't be surprised if you see Backus getting a look at a 3 here coming off a double pick.
And so now the Pine River-Backus Tigers are putting in Kate Travis was already in. Ella Dahl and Mimi Bukers here for the Pine River-Backus Tigers, and they just get a quick little score there, Randy, and that's what you're talking about in that timeout.
Yep, and it was a good, in close basket, high-low situation with Travis and Bukers, and, they made it work.
And so now the Maya Stacy will have the ball at the top of the key. She's trying to see what she can do. Grace McNamee is into the game, and also number 12, Ava Forbes, is in for the Nevis Tigers. So 15-3, 11:41 left to go here. And so it's going to be Hannah Barkus looking to try to see what she can do with the Tigers. Kate Travis trying to get it down to Mimi Bukers in a tip, but it looked like that could have been a...
Yeah, it was kind of the same play, and Bukers was coming off of that pick down low and was open. Just, Kate just didn't quite get her the ball down there. But I think that's a look that their Coach Shealy wants them to go for right now.
And so now the Pine River-Backus Tigers are in a tough little situation, but they're trying to see what they can pull together here. It's going to be Addie Lindau. She'll kick it to Ava Forbes, and then to Grace McNamee. Back to Ava Forbes. She'll miss. Maya Stacy with the rebound, and Ella Dahl will get that foul, and Maya Stacy gets an and one.
That's a tough matchup for Dahl down there. She's just not the biggest person, and Nevis took advantage of that, backed her down in, and took that advantage of the size and strength and got the and one here.
So that's going to be Maya Stacy. Her one is good. And so now the Tigers are trying to see what they can pull together. And it's going to be knocked out of the hands of Travis. And now the Grace McNamee to Ava Forbes. She'll go up, and she will get two.
A little bit step behind defensively down here by the PRB Tigers. They got to get to the ball quicker, ball side of their man, and they're just a step behind, and it's costing them.
And so Kate Travis with the ball. She's going to try to see what she can do, try to muster some points up here. Hannah Barkus, she's trying to see if she can pull something quick on Addie Lindau. And then she's going to try to drive baseline. She tries to, I see the idea of trying to get it to Ella Dahl.
Yeah, looking across the lane there. It's pretty crowded there. That, right idea again, but it was pretty jammed up. Nevis does a good job protecting the baseline.
So I'm trying to get some levels here of get us a little louder hopefully, but it's going to be off the hands of Marley Mitchell, and that's going to be going the Pine River-Backus way. So Pine River-Backus now it's 20-3, 10:05 left to go here in the first. And that's going to be now Hannah Barkus. Ooh, that was a close one right there, and that's going to then go to Mimi Bukers, and she goes up and gets the two.
And again, they just ran that little, go across weak side pick and come to the ball and wide open, just, gets herself to the free throw line.
So now it's going to be Mimi Bukers to shoot two. Her first one's a miss. And now she'll get a second opportunity. And her second one is up, and she'll miss, and that's going to be a foul call here on, it looks to be Ella Dahl. And that's going to be the second team foul, second personal for her. And now Kaylee Bessler's coming out of the game, and Ava Forbes, and number 5, Addie Lindau, and number 10, Liddy DeWolf will be in.
PRB trying to put a little bit of pressure on again. So far, Nevis has been able to handle it pretty well.
So it's going to be quick passes, and that's going to be on Kate Travis. Liddy DeWolf will be the one going to the line this time, and that's going to be third team, first personal for Kate Travis. Liddy DeWolf will be shooting two. First one is up and good. Brianna Hannikin coming in for Kate Travis. 21-3, 9:46 left to go here in the first.
Kate just got to get to the ball sooner. She's following her person across the lane instead of beating her across the lane. She's just a little bit slow getting over there.
So now the Pine River-Backus Tigers are going to see what they can do here. It's going to be Sawyer Tulinchek. She's going to be going to Brianna Hannikin. Quick pass and a good pass there to Mimi Bukers for 2.
Yeah, I really like that look. They've been running that, the last 3-4 times down, and Bucher's getting some good, good position down there and some good shots.
And a travel call here. I don't want to go up too high, but a travel call here for the Pine River, or for the Nevis Tigers, is going to result hopefully in some momentum here for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. 9:21 left to go here in the first. 21-5. Pine River-Backus Tigers are down. The Nevis Tigers, of course, are ranked 15th right now in single-A basketball, and it's showing how disciplined they are here tonight, Randy. That's going to be Mimi Bukers for 2. She'll miss. Sawyer Tulinchek in a good rebound, trying to see that Brianna Hannikin over on the other block.
And, yeah, you're right. Nevis is, taking good shots, balanced shots, coming to the ball, getting good position on their defender underneath there and getting some quick baskets. PRB getting some good looks. I like what they're doing. They just, not quite able to finish.
So Kate Travis now into the game for Brianna Hannikin. Marley Mitchell will get the rebound. And now the Nevis Tigers are going to have another opportunity here to put some points on the board. It's going to be Sawyer Tulinchek playing on Addie Lindau. She'll kick it to Marley Mitchell, then to Kylie Bessler on the left side. Kylie Bessler trying to find something and a good pass to Addie Lindau, but Mimi Bucher's there to break it up a little bit.
Yep.
So now
Bucher's got there just in a nick of time to save probably a sure basket.
And Kate Travis with a wide open 3 and a good make, making it 21-8. 8:16 left to go here, and a quick pass here from the Nevis Tigers. Kate Travis able to break that one up for the Tigers. And now Hannah Barkus with the ball, trying to see if they can get some momentum. And a foul call here on Maya Stacy. That's going to be the 3rd team foul. Should be her first personal foul.
All right, we got a little bit of a swing here. Let's see. We talked about game of runs. Let's see if we can string something together here, PRB Tigers.
Now Ava Forbes coming into the game for the Nevis Tigers. It's going to be Marley Mitchell coming out of the game. Hannah Barkus with the sideline out of bounds right now. She goes to Kate Travis. And Kate Travis trying to get Liddy Lindau to jump. And Mimi Bukers out to Barkus. Barkus for 3, and she will go right into the hands of Kate Travis, and she goes up for 2. Now there's an 11-point differential right now. 21-10, 7:45 left to go here in the first. The Tigers are trying to get something going.
Yeah, good job by Kate Travis, kind of coming to life here, hitting a 3, hitting a 2, making a steal. Doing a nice job.
And that shot was by, at first, Addie Lindau, and then the rebound was by Ava Forbes, and she gets up for 2. Sawyer Tulinchek now for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. A quick one down to the block to Mimi Bukers. Out to Travis. She's going to take it left-handed on Liddy DeWolf. She's going to go up, and she gets the 2.
Yeah, again, Kate's on a little bit of a run here.
And so now the Tigers seeing the life here. 23-12, 7 minutes left to go. And they're going to get that one to Ava Forbes, and a great pass from Kaylee Bessler. She'll miss. And Kate Travis now on the move. She's trying to see what she can find for the Tigers. She goes Hannah Barkus. Maya Stacy getting a hand on it and almost steal it. A quick pass down to Mimi Bukers. Mimi Bukers will go up. She'll miss. Ava Forbes with the rebound. But we're starting to see the Tigers come to life out of the den.
Yeah, they really are. A little more spark, playing with a little more energy right now.
And so it's going to be the kick out from Addie Lindau to Kaylee Bessler. Then to Maya Stacy. Laura Dahl out there with the hand. She'll miss the 3. And that's going to be Kylie Bessler back. A reload for Stacy. She'll miss. Laura Dahl with the rebound, and she's going to push the ball. She's going to go to Sawyer Tulinchek. The only one back is Addie Lindau. Quick pass to Mimi Bukers, and we're going to get a foul call here on 22, Kylie Bessler. That's going to be the 4th team foul. Should be her 2nd.
Yeah, again, what a different looking team right now. PRB Tigers coming to life. Things looking a little more lively out there.
And so now it's going to be Mimi Bukers and Hannah Barkus out of the game. Aaliyah Lewis, first time seeing her tonight on the court, and Brianna Hannikin. And then Paul Schroeder's going to call a full timeout. 23-12, 6:19 left to go. This is Skeeter 101.5 on your live event, and we'll take a short timeout and be right back.
Save on your
Groceries and gas each week just by shopping at Pequot Lakes Super Value on Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Shop your locally owned Pequot Lakes Super Value for quality, service, and freshness. Enjoy delicious daily deli specials around the Stone Hearth fireplace. Convenient on-site pharmacy and the freshest meats and produce. Save on gas too. Earn 10 cents of savings on gas for every $100 spent on groceries. Pequot Lakes Super Value, Patriot Avenue in Pequot Lakes. Good luck, area teams.
Pine River Dental Arts is committed to the small town feel of your local dentist while providing top-notch dentistry like general dental care for all ages to help you have the healthiest mouth possible. And they offer same-day crowns. Pine River Dental Arts is happy to welcome Dr. Tony Sauer to the Dental Arts team. Make your appointment at Pine River Dental Arts on Park Avenue in downtown Pine River or call 587-4437. Feeling like patients are like family.
Event and Skeeter 101.5 Nevis Tigers, Pine River-Backus Tigers. The Tigers on a run right now, 23-12 with 6:17 left to go. Kate Travis out to Allura Dahl. Allura Dahl for three, she'll miss. She tries to get the rebound, but Grace McNamee will get it. She's trying to fight some Tigers, and Sawyer Tulenchek coming up with it. Aaliyah Lewis now with the ball. She'll kick it out to Travis. Travis driving in left. She tries to go up and call here and a body call.
Coach Schroeder not happy with that call, but Kate Travis trying to squeeze through between two defenders there, Nevis picks up the foul.
So now the Pine River-Backus Tigers and Allura Dahl putting that one right into the hands of Maya Stacy. And now Addie Lindau will have an opportunity here to try to swing the momentum back in the favor of the Nevis Tigers. It's going to be Kate Travis on Ava Forbes. Allura Dahl pushing out Liddy DeWolf, my fault. And it's going to be Grace McNamee at the top of the key. Sawyer Tulenchek playing good defense right now on Addie Lindau. Liddy DeWolf coming out. Aaliyah Lewis playing on her, Brianna Hannikin. And a good defensive job right there by Brianna Hannikin.
Wow, PRB just getting out hustled right now. They got to get after the ball, and they kind of went back into that zone and playing it pretty well, but.
And so now it's going to be Maya Stacy for three. That's going to miss. Aaliyah Lewis is going to try to get there, and then it's going to go Pine River ball. So 5:10 left to go here in the first. 23-12. Pine River-Backus trying to find their groove again out of that full timeout by Paul Schroeder. It's going to be Ava Forbes out of the game. Marley Mitchell coming in, number 3 for the Nevis Tigers. Allura Dahl now with the ball. She's going to go to Aaliyah Lewis. Aaliyah Lewis, my assumption coming into this game is because she is she can get, just like Kate Travis for three, just like Kate Travis, she can get to the lane and make some pretty good doubles there for the Tigers.
Well, she kind of was, in the WHA game, she came off the bench and hit 2 threes in a row, and that kind of put PRB over the hump, on their way to winning that game.
So now it's going to be Addie Lindau going to the basket. It's going to be Aaliyah Lewis with that foul. That's going to be her first personal foul, team 6th.
Really not too bad foul-wise here. I don't think nobody has 3, I don't think, do they, Cable?
No, they don't currently. So, yeah, and I think right now this is Aaliyah Lewis coming out of the game and Brianna Hannikin, Mimi Bukers and Hannah Barkus coming in. But I think this is a very fair game thus far. I don't think there's been really any calls that I've seen or no calls that I think have been egregious by any stretch.
No, the only one that I think either coach got excited about was Paul Schroeder on that last blocking call against Nevis. But nice cut and an easy basket there by Sawyer.
And so now the Pine River-Backus Tigers cut the lead to 10 with 4:11 left to go here. And that's going to be a foul call here on it's going to probably be Sawyer Tulenchek. That's going to be the 5th team foul for the Tigers. And that's going to be her first. Yeah, so no Tigers really in the foul trouble looking at the second half. And we're going to get a foul call here. And it's going to be on Kate Travis. She might she's only got 2 right now.
All right, well, we just don't really need to get her 3rd foul here. She's got to be careful.
And it's going to be the 6th team foul for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. Liddy DeWolf will shoot 2 here. She makes the first. And she'll get a second opportunity here. And it's up, and it's good. Making it 26-14, 4:07 left to go here on your live event in Skeeter 101.5. Randy Schweigel and Caleb Travis on the call. Nevis versus Pine River, and we got a good one here. Sawyer Tulinchek going to Kate Travis. Kate Travis for 3, and it was just right off the rim, but it almost looked like in the air it could have gone in. Alora Dahl putting the hands, or getting a turnover to Maya Stacy. Sawyer Tulinchek almost there with a steal on Addie Lindau to Liddy DeWolf, and then to Marley Mitchell. And the Tigers have got another opportunity here to score some points, but Mimi Bukers has got to get out.
I think a little bit more patient here this trip down and see if we can get a little better look at the basket.
So it's going to be Laura Dahl to Hannah Barkus. Hannah Barkus trying to go around with the left hand. She goes up, and we're going to get a travel call here. And it's going to be Ella Dahl coming into the game for Laura Dahl. 3:20 left to go, 26-14. The Nevis Tigers are up in this matchup here. It's going to be Grace McNamee to then Addie Lindau and Maya Stacy going back and forth. Grace McNamee to Marley Mitchell. Bukers trying to get there, and there's going to be a jump ball call, but it's going to stay Nevis. But good defense.
It was a good job of recovering there. It almost looked like she had an easy trip to the basket, and we got 2 people down, collapsed on her real quickly, and got the tie up.
Well, and I think, Randy, one of the things, too, is that's what Tucker Shealy was, I believe, and that's going to be Addie Lindau for 2. That's what I believe he was looking for in those first few trips. Maybe not a wide-open Marley Mitchell, more of a collapse.
Yeah, we just weren't getting people to the ball like we have lately, I guess.
And it's going to be Kate Travis, Maya Stacy playing some good defense on her. It's going to be Hannah Barkus. Hannah Barkus trying to drive right, trying to go by. And it's going to be Kate Travis now for 3, and she makes it. And it's going to be 28-17, 2:30 left to go here. 2-2-1 for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. It's almost steal by Mimi Bukers, but it goes into the hands of Maya Stacy.
Yeah, good anticipation by Bukers there. Just about got the pick.
Addie Lindau now with the ball. Liddy DeWolf trying to get us. I don't know about that. That looked kind of close. An NBA kind of.
Well, certainly it was okay in the NBA, but I think it was all right. It was close, though, really close.
That's why we need the replay center. That's why we need Dan Blandino to come in and be the head of officiating like he is for the XFL. But 30-17, 154, and we get a push call here, or an arm, or maybe an arm bar. Oh, push. Okay, there we go. By Maya Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy and Kate are kind of going at it the last few trips up and down here.
Sawyer Tulinchek coming out of the game. Aaliyah Lewis going in, and it's 2 for Stacy, her foul count, and then it's 6 team fouls for the Nevis Tigers. 30-17, 149 left to go here in the first. Hannah Barkus with the ball. Quick one to Mimi Bukers. She's trying to turn around to Wolf, and she will go to the line.
I like the way she goes to the basket. She does a nice job down there for a young girl. She really puts the ball one dribble and goes to the basket. She doesn't bounce it 3-4 times and give the defense time to collapse and poke it away. She just one dribble and goes up with it.
Mimi Bukers' first one is good, and it's going to be single bonus here for the Pine River-Backus Tigers with Nevis catching their 7th. Liddy DeWolf will only have 1 personal foul, and she makes both. 30-19, 149 left to go in the first. Addie Lindau will have the ball, and she's been the primary ball handler all night here for the Nevis Tigers. And the thing about it is Paul Schroeder talked about it. When he's been here coaching, Addie Lindau has been his ball handler for the past 4 years. So they've really grown a connection, and she's really bought into what Paul's been doing there in Nevis. And that's going to be Addie Lindau, and with a little bit of a scuffle there with Kate Travis, but Kate Travis will come up with it. It's going to be Hannah Barkus with the ball going to Ella Dahl. They're going to see if they can get it to Travis here, and it goes off her leg. And a call here on Ella Dahl. I think she's going to be the first Tiger with 3.
And I think that was just kind of a frustration, foul. She tried to get the ball down to Kate down there, didn't throw a real good pass, and then tried to recover the ball and got a little aggressive.
And that's going to be number 3 on her. That's going to be the 7th team foul, number 20. First time we've seen Allie Forbes into the game today, and she's coming in for Maya Stacy. And that's going to be Grace McNamee with that rebound, or with those shots. It was a 1-and-1. She'll miss it, and Aaliyah Lewis will come up with the rebound. Kate Travis to Alora Dahl. Alora Dahl trying to see what she can do. Now Mimi Bucher's top of the key, down to Kate Travis. Back out to Alora Dahl. Alora Dahl for 3, and she'll miss. And it's going to be Addie Lindau with the rebound. 35 seconds left to go. 30-19. Nevis Tigers up right now. Allie Forbes to Addie Lindau. Back to Forbes and back up top. Oh, and Hannah Barkus down on the count. I don't know. I couldn't tell if Grace McNamee with the rebound.
I didn't see what happened to Hannah, if she got shoved or just lost her footing, but she went down pretty hard.
And it's going to be 20.9 seconds left here to go in the first. 30-19.
All right, let's get one good look here.
And it's Aaliyah Lewis with the ball. She goes to Hannah Barkus. Hannah Barkus for 3, and it's off. Grace McNamee to Allie Forbes. 6 seconds left. She goes to Addie Lindau. She's trying to get a 3 here, and she will shoot it, and she'll miss. 30-19. 30-19. We'll go into halftime here with the Nevis Tigers and the Pine River-Backus Tigers, and we will take a timeout. We got a lot of time here in halftime, so we'll take a few commercial breaks. This is Caleb Travis with Randy Schwagel on Skeeter 101.5 in your live event, and we'll be right back.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com.
And welcome back to our Your Live event listeners as well. If you're on Skier 101.5, we got a good game. Halftime right now, 30-19. The Nevis Tigers versus the Pine River-Backus Tigers here in Pine River. Randy, I think we're seeing some really good glimpses of what the Tigers can do. They just haven't strung enough together to get them into a position to take a lead here in this game thus far.
Yeah, a couple things I think could make. Would have made or could make a big difference in this game. Number one, just a few of those shots that the early ones especially, they had good looks in the paint there. They just didn't quite didn't finish. So get some of those to go down the second half, and then I think PRB's just got to pick it up a little bit. Hustle, they're getting out hustled for rebounds, and give the Nevis Tigers credit. They see a shot go up, they're after it. They're going after that rebound, and a lot of times I see the PRB Tiger girls just standing there with their head, boxing out and getting after that loose ball.
Yeah, and right now, Randy, what we're seeing right now in Crosby, actually, a really good game going on right now, is Minnehaha Academy 29, Crosby Arrington 25. So a really good game going over there in Crosby. And Minnehaha Academy, let me look at my thing right now. Minnehaha Academy for girls basketball is sitting at, let's see, Minnehaha is sitting at the 4th ranked right now in AA basketball, and Crosby's sitting at 17. So I believe either Tom or Paul are there right now. And you can just imagine the gym in that scenario right now. A lot of people probably in that gym watching that game.
Yeah, especially on a Friday night, people travel up, come and watch that. When you get two good teams like that going at each other, it makes Friday nights a lot more fun.
Well, and that's for sure. And talking about the world of sports right now, the world of sports is kind of boring. You have the end of the college basketball season. You have wrestling coming to an end. You have the winter season in general coming to an end. So you have no more NFL. You got the end of the college football playoffs. I guess you have the XFL if you're really feeling good on a Thursday night. But right now, it's a weird transition period between the section playoffs and then the state tournament, and then after that, we get into baseball.
Yeah, well, I watched some baseball and softball last night on TV. They're down south. They're playing already. So a little different climate down there, Caleb, than what we've been seeing around here the last couple of days, and it was kind of fun watching, a little softball and baseball. But, we're kind of winding down. You're right. You look at most of the conference races have been decided in basketball. Who's going to be, the number one? Most of your section seeding stuff is, it's not going to be officially done until this weekend, I guess. But it's pretty much set. You can figure it out. You don't have to be a genius. You look at where teams are standing, win-losses in their section, and, and it is a little bit of slow time, but then it gets really exciting for a couple weeks here, and things really become a lot of fun.
Well, I know when we're talking about girls basketball, one of the big things is that when the section playoffs is coming around, is girls basketball is usually pop. It's one game after the next within about a 2-week span, kind of like what you see with the team wrestling section and the individual wrestling. And boys basketball is a little bit more spread out because you have a little bit more grace. But at the end of the day, once the sections are set and the playoffs start, you basically are, if you're a parent of two players in the state tournament, you're going to be running around a little bit.
Yeah, you're going to put some miles on your car, probably wear out your tennis shoes. But once we do get into the playoffs, like I said, next week, they start with the play-ins, and then Thursday, it's you play one night and maybe sit one, and then you play again, and it gets going really quick, and pretty soon you're in the section finals and on to the state tournament.
Yeah, and so what we're going to do here is we got 3:51 left to go here in the halftime show, I guess you could say, here on your live event in Skeeter 101.5. We'll take a short little timeout, and we'll be right back. Randy Schweigel, Caleb Travis, and we'll be back in about a few commercials here on the air. So Skeeter 101.5 and your live event.
Great people.
Fuel and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Listen, and welcome back to everybody. You got your live event if you're going to watch at home this game, and you also got us on the radio on Skeeter 101.5. It's 2:17 left to go in the pregame. Both teams are out. They're ready to go. And the score right now for our listeners on Skeeter 101.5, I'm Caleb Travis, Randy Schweigel, former athletic director here at River-Backus and former girls basketball coach. We got 30-19, and I think the River-Backus Tigers, if they can string a couple good ones together and which they've been stopping the Nevis Tigers, though, on defense, just string a few good shots together, and I think they can pull this one back.
Well, I think they had a slow start offensively and defensively, at the beginning of the game. They gave up some quick, easy baskets, and they, missed some real good opportunities on the other end. But, again, I'm going to go back to what we've said before when we've been on the air. It's going to be this first 5-6 minutes. Let's see what happens if PRB can go on a little bit of a run and get themselves, cut this thing to 5 points, 6 points. Then we're going to see a ball game the rest of the way. But if they let Nevis get off to another quick 10 points on them, then it's going to be a struggle.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the interesting thing is that reigned very true against the Park Rapids Panthers that we saw just a few nights ago, where they came out and they were coming out hot. And even though you might have a hot start in a basketball game, there is going to be a point where you stall no matter what. But the thing about it is if you can build a nice cushion in those 5 to 6 minutes, it's fine if you only score 10 points as a team, because then you have at least a cushion of 20 points or a 20-point differential that you can go back on.
Yeah, that Park Rapids game was, a classic example. Pretty tight game, in the first half, and then they just took off the second half and never looked back, and we couldn't do anything to stop them.
Sorry, Randy.
Let's just see what happens here the first 5-6 minutes.
So for the starters for Pine River-Backus, Alora Dahl, Hannah Barkus, Kate Travis, Brianna Hannikin, and Sawyer Tulinchek. For the Nevis Tigers, we have number 22, Kaylee Bessler, number 3, Marley Mitchell, number 23, Maya Stacy, number 5, Addie Lindau, and then number 23, Grace McNamee. The one difference is we're not seeing Liddy DeWolf out there right now. So 17-30, the Nevis Tigers came out with Addie Lindau and scored 2, making it 32-19. And now the Tigers are going to try to get this one back. Sawyer Tulinchek with the ball. She's going to go to Kate Travis. She's going to kick it out to Barkus. She's going to go for 3, and she makes.
That's what we need Hannah to do. Have her, hit 3-4 in a row would be awfully nice.
And so now the Pine River-Backus Tigers putting on a press, trying to get these Nevis Tigers to slow down a little bit offensively, and they did a good job that time on the pressure. And so now it's going to be Addie Lindau to Maya Stacy. Maya Stacy trying to get it to Addie Lindau, and Kate Travis cutting that off.
And that was a better job by Kate. In the first half, she just let her walk across the lane and get the ball. This time she stepped in front of her and did a nice job.
So Brianna Hannikin trying to get in front of Kaylee Bessler, and that will be a miss, and that's going to go out of bounds off the hand of Laura Dahl. And so now the Pine River-Backus Tigers are going to stand, it looks like a 2-3, a matchup 2-3. Kate Travis getting us cut off there. Grace McNamee down to Kaylee Bessler. She goes up for 2. She'll miss. Brianna Hannikin with the rebound. She'll kick it to Alora Dahl. Alora Dahl one-on-one versus Maya Stacy. She'll kick it out to Barkus in rhythm. The shot will go up and for 3.
There we go. That's what we need her to do. A nice kick out by Dahl.
16-13, 32-25 here. PRB coming back, but the Nevis Tigers still ahead. It's going to be Marley Mitchell with the ball, kicking out to Kaylee Bessler for 3. She will make. And that was a good 3-point shot in a 30-second timeout. And I feel like it was a good call right there by Coach Schroeder, just getting their girls to
just settle down a little bit. They're okay. They're not behind the game. I'm sure he's just telling them, hey, you guys, we're up 10. Let's just relax and play like we're ahead, not behind.
So the Pine River-Backus Tigers going on a little bit of a scoring run, trying to get Hannah Barkus in rhythm, which when Hannah Barkus is in rhythm, like you said, she can get you 4 to 5 3-pointers in a half.
Yeah, if she gets herself set, and like you said, kind of that time that pass from Dahl, she was kind of on the move, got her hips and shoulders squared up to the basket, caught it, and released and made a nice shot.
So let's see if the Tigers can do it again here. 16 minutes left to go here in the second. 35-25. Pine River-Backus versus Nevis. And this is always a good matchup here, conference-wise and section-wise. Kate Travis at the top of the key. Addie Lindau playing on her. She's going to try to go off Addie Lindau or try to take it to her right. She won't get it'll go off the foot of Addie Lindau for more reference. She pulls for 3, she'll miss, and Addie Lindau will get the rebound. So Kylie Bessler now with the ball. She's going to be driving up. She'll go, Sawyer Tulinchek playing defense on her. Maya Stacy to then Kylie Bessler. She's going to try to drive by. She kicks out to Marley Mitchell. And Maya Stacy trying to go down to Kylie Bessler. Hannah Barkus will get a foul call here. And that's one of those calls that's difficult. You just got to beat her to the spot instead of ride her.
Yep, just a little bit quicker. And, you play defense with your body, not with your hands. As soon as you get your hands involved, you're going to pick up a foul. If you get over, and bump her with your body a little bit, you're going to be okay.
And now Brianna Hannikin and Laura Dahl coming out of the game. And it's going to be Addie Lindau with an in-and-out three-point shot. But that's only Hannah Barkus' first and the team's first. So that's a good gig right now for the Tigers as they don't have foul trouble, which you said was a key tonight for these Tigers to maybe get a win.
Boy, Kate Travis, pretty crowded down there. She should have been kicking that ball out right away.
And so now it's going to be Kate Travis kick down to Sawyer Tulinchek for two at the top of the key, and Sawyer Tulinchek on the right side block.
A nice look by Kate that time. She drew a couple defenders up on her, which left Sawyer wide open underneath, and she found her.
And the Tigers almost getting a trap, and there's some quick movement here. Maya Stacy for three. She'll miss. Mimi Bukers with the rebound. She's going to kick it to Elladal. Elladal looking. Sawyer Tulinchek wide open again almost, Randy, if there was a quick pass there.
Yep. I don't think she saw her at all, though.
Kate Travis now going left to right, spin move, up, she'll miss. Sawyer Tulinchek with the rebound, kick out, Elladal for three, she'll miss. And it'll go back into the hands of Travis. Travis was looking for three, Sawyer Tulinchek will drive for two, she'll miss, and then it will be Kylie Bessler with the rebound. But a good offensive offensive set there for the Tigers.
Yeah, it was. That was a good offensive series that time. Good ball movement, got an offensive rebound in there, and a pretty good look at the basket.
Well, and if the Tigers keep doing this all night, this game is going to be potentially going into overtime. And because it's 35-27 or 13-25 left to go here, and the Tigers are just doing a good – ooh, that's a tough one. The Tigers are doing a good job, though, on the offensive end, really working the ball.
Yeah, they have the last couple trips here, but you just can't let those get those offensive putbacks like that.
And Maya Stacy with the steal, and a turnover by Ella Dahl will result in 2 more points now for the Nevis Tigers. Hannah Barkus bringing it up. Ella Dahl with the ball going to the left side, coming back over to the right. Hannah Barkus sliding out. She's trying to see what she can put together here. Mimi Bukers, kick to Barkus. Barkus trying to drive by Maya Stacy, kick down to Kate Travis. She's going to try to go out to Mimi Bukers, and you saw the intention. It just somebody gets a hand in it.
Yeah, it was pretty crowded down there. A lot of hands swiping at the ball, and somebody just got a little piece of it.
And that's a good job by Mimi Bukers on that one, getting a good block. Liddy DeWolf. Paul Schroeder was very excited about that one. Marley Mitchell coming out of the game, and then number 12, Ava Forbes going into the game for number 13, Grace McNamee. So it's 39-27, 12-20 or 12-28 left to go here in the second. It's going to be Maya Stacy, the primary. I would say there's for sure a few three-point shooters for them. But I feel like in Nevis, the reason why they're so disciplined is because everybody knows their role. You don't see Marley Mitchell jacking a bunch of threes.
No, everybody's got a job, and Paul makes sure they do it. So you're right, Caleb. They are disciplined. They know their job, know their role, and stick to the script, so to speak.
Well, and that script has got them to a 21-3 record here. Pine River-Backus trying to see if they can spoil that a little bit, but a pop out by Kylie Bessler will get Maya Stacy a drive, and she will get a foul on the drive, and she'll be going to the line. Hannah Barkus with her second personal foul, team's second. And that's just, I guess a tough situation. I think Paul was trying to see if maybe he could get an intentional foul call, but I don't know about that.
No, I don't. Of course she tried to foul her. It was an intentional. No, you really got to go up and get somebody to make it an intentional foul. But that's a good foul by Hannah.
So Maya Stacy will make both of them, and it will extend the lead to 41-27 for the Nevis Tigers with 11:51 left to go. Mimi Bukers, three. She'll miss, and then it will be Addie Lindau with the rebound. She'll go to Liddy DeWolf, back to Addie Lindau. A quick A long one to Ava Forbes. She'll then, some good ball movement here from the Nevis Tigers. And that's going to be Kylie Bessler up on Travis for 2. 43-27 here in PRB on Skeeter 101.5 and your live event. Caleb Travis, Randy Schweigel will take a quick timeout while Tucker Sheely takes a full timeout, and we'll be right back.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Country Doc Veterinary Clinic in Pine River is proud to support radio coverage of our area athletes. No matter the sport, they salute the kids and coaches for all their dedication and wish them all the best of luck. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic thanks all the coaches, staff, and volunteers for taking the time to provide our area kids plenty of opportunities. Country Doc Veterinary Clinic is located east of Pine River on County.
Your financial situation is secure.
And welcome back to Skeeter 101.5 and your live event. Caleb Travis, Randy Schweigel here. Pine River-Backus versus Nevis. Nevis Tigers are up 43-27. Mimi Bukers for 2. She'll miss. That's going to go off the hands of Liddy DeWolf. And the Pine River-Backus Tigers 27 here with 11 minutes left to go in the second half. Our halftime score was 30-19. And now the Pine River-Backus Tigers are seeing if they can string some together here to get them a win. Alora Dahl trying to see if she can go past Ava Forbes and Kylie Bessler. Mimi Bukers with a good move. It's going to be kicked back out to Alora Dahl. Mimi Bukers now with it. Kate Travis up to the top of the key. Kate Travis to Sawyer. Oh, almost thinking that was going to be a handoff to Sawyer Tulinchek. Mimi Bukers now out for 3. She will, and that was a close one, and off the arms of Alora Dahl.
Pretty good patience at that offensive time by PRB. Just didn't quite get the shot to drop.
So now the Pine River-Backus Tigers seeing if they can get a stop here on their press. It's going to be Addie Lindau with the ball now. She's going to go to Ava Forbes. She'll go up, and Hannah Barkus with a foul and an and one. That's going to be Hannah Barkus' team's third here in the second half. Brianna Hannikin will be coming into the game for, I'm not sure who. Oh, Hannah B. I guess I could have guessed that.
I think Hannah, she was going to the right spot. Again, just a little bit slow getting there.
And so Ava Forbes will have an opportunity here to get one up. She'll miss, and it's almost, and Brianna Hannikin will go to the, Brianna Hannikin will get that tip out of bounds to get it back in the hands of the Tigers. And now the Tigers are going to have to move quickly if they want to pull this one in. Mimi Bukers, 3. Mimi Bukers, and it'll go out of bounds. Number 13, Grace McNamee coming in for Ava Forbes. But Mimi Bukers is the 3-shooter here tonight.
She's getting a lot of looks inside and out, and I give her credit. Don't be afraid to pull the trigger. You're down. Somebody's got to shoot the ball.
So Maya Stacy will have the ball currently on the Nevis side. It's going to be then to Liddy DeWolf and then back up to Maya Stacy to Addie Lindau now on the right side. She's trying to drive down to the baseline. She gets stopped out to Kylie Bessler. She'll miss the 3, and Liddy DeWolf gets that one out to Kylie Bessler for another opportunity for Nevis. Grace McNamee down to Kylie Bessler. She gets it. She'll miss. Alora Dahl will get a foul call, and that's the first one on the Nevis Tigers here this half, and that's going to be on number 5, Addie Lindau, and that's going to be her. It should be her second, I believe. And that's right. Liddy DeWolf coming down to the game, and Marley Mitchell going in. 9:31 left to go here in the second. 45-27. Nevis Tigers up in this matchup. And it's going to be Sawyer Tulinchek with the ball. Screen from Travis. She goes to Brianna Hannikin. Brianna Hannikin trying to look down. Mimi Bukers now with it. Mimi Buchers, I'm pretty sure, I don't know how many threes she's gotten this year, but she might have a couple by the end of the night. Sawyer Tulinchek looking for somebody, and Maya Stacy very quick to the left. Brianna, a travel, and I thought he was going to go up and call it foul.
I thought it was going to be a jump ball, so we had three things going on there.
And lucky we're not the officiating crew, because that would have been tough.
Yeah, we would have not gotten it right.
No, and then we would have lost money.
You know, the one thing that's starting to hurt the PRB Tigers right now, turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to add up, and, you don't win games when you're turning the ball over.
And we just see a turnover now by Laura Dahl. Grace McNamee getting that one. Sawyer Tulinchek coming out of the game, and Laura Dahl going in. It's going to be Addie Lindau to Kylie Bessler for three, and she making it 48-27, 8:36 left to go here in the second. Laura Dahl with the ball. She's going to see what she can manage here for the Tigers. She goes to Mimi Buchers. Mimi Buchers, I thought, was going to pull another three. Brianna Hannikin, left side. She goes up. She'll miss. And it's going to be Kylie Bessler with the rebound. Paul Schroeder saying, slow down. We don't really need to push it all that much. Addie Lindau to then number 22, Kylie Bessler for three. She'll miss. Mimi Buchers trying to get a rebound. She'll push it out. Marley Mitchell gets the ball back. And now the Nevis Tigers are up in a reset period, trying to see what they can find.
Now they're going to take their time now and get just the shots that they want to get, because they don't have to be in any kind of rush at all.
And that's a good pass from Bessler and to McNamee, and Mimi Buchers will get a call. Now, it's going to be tough for teams, Randy, and I know we've talked about this before, is the play clock on our prior engagements here during COVID. Ella Dahl and Sawyer Tulinchek in for Laura Dahl and Mimi Buchers. But the one thing is that the shot clock is going to be coming soon, and it's going to, I believe, revolutionize, because we've already seen it in a few games this year, conference games and potentially a couple section games. But it's going to revolutionize high school basketball and how the game is played.
I don't know. That's a big word, revolutionize.
I think it is.
Well, before I retired, we used the shot clock and some Christmas tournaments and stuff, and I think in a couple games we had one violation. It didn't have that big of an effect. Where it's going to come into play is where you see a team up by 7 or 8, and they want to stall and burn 2-3 minutes off the clock without shooting the ball or anything. That's going to change, obviously, but I still think you're going to see the better teams are going to win, and that's just the way it's going to be. I just don't see. I watch a lot of college basketball this year, women's and men, and that shot clock does come into play, but not as often as people think it's going to.
Well, and I think the thing about it, though, too, is Brianna Hannikin coming out of the game with a bloody nose with no fault of her own, I believe. Hannah Barkus going in, but when we're looking at the game of basketball and how it's going to look, and a timeout called here by Coach Schroeder. Grace McNamee could have got a 2 on that, and the bench goes,
Yeah, she's wide open. Coach Schroeder, he didn't see it happening and was calling for the timeout. That happens all the time.
Well, and I think the thing too, Randy, is now that we're in break, 50 to 30 here on Skeeter 101.5 in your live event. One of the things too is that you can't really. I know in Nevis, the Nevis culture is the European style of basketball. You're really playing a lot of continuous, a lot of motion,
yep.
And that's what it's going to prevent, I guess, in the high school basketball world. But I guess at the end of the day, if the violations aren't going to be going, then it's not going to really do too much unless it's in those crucial game time situations.
Well, I think of Scott Kramer and the job he does over there. Don't worry about him. He's going to adapt. He's going to be just fine. Nevis is still going to be tough to beat. And like I said, you're probably right, Caleb. It's going to change a little bit the way the game is played, but I don't think it's going to be, it's going to be a big shock to the basketball world at all.
And so now we're going to that 1 minute timeout. It's 7:03 left to go, 50 to 30. Nevis Tigers are up in the matchup right now. Let's
I
see.
think we got a little bit of a break here. There might be some blood out on the court.
Brianna Hannikin. There's just one spot. Two spots. Jim's pointed it out. Great officiating crew here tonight, I believe. And I've said this many of times, and I don't think a lot of people believe me, but we have some of the best officiating up here in the north, I believe, with the BLA, Brainerd Lakes area, giving out a lot of officials, and then some of the surrounding towns as well. But I think the officiating crews that we have, and Randy, you would know better than I with you coaching and you being the athletic director, we have a lot of good ones.
Well, I don't think I ever hired a bad official, in all the years that I was doing it. And we do get, Rick Keogh with his group out of Bemidji, they do a nice job. And then, the group coming out of Brainerd, and then we'll pick up Matt Heyer and some of his guys from down by Little Falls. It's getting harder and harder to find officials, and what I found when I was in the role of hiring them, I found the best officials I could, and I tried to get them back year after year and keep them under contract as best I could.
And so now the Pine River-Backus Tigers on defense right now. Nevis Tigers. Oh, Kate Travis. I don't know what if she was trying to act that one out, or she actually got knocked. Oh, and then Mimi Bucher's down.
We got Brianna Hannikin on the bench with a bloody nose, and 3 other girls laying on the floor out there, getting a little physical. I don't know. Either that or we're doing a lot of flopping out there right now.
So Mimi Bucher's with 2 fouls. That's going to be the team's 5th. And now Maya Stacy going up for 2. She'll miss. Marley Mitchell coming down with it. That will then get kicked out to Addie Lindau. And now the reset from the Nevis Tigers here on the offensive end. Kick to Kylie Bessler. Back up to Addie Lindau at the top of the key. And they're trying to, like you said, slow it down. They really don't need to take any unwanted shots at this point.
No, they're looking for people cutting underneath that are wide open for, an easy 2-point shot right now.
Well, and so now that's what they're looking for. Kylie Bessler for 2 from the pass from Addie Lindau, and it's going to be 52-30. 6 minutes left to go here in the second. Remember, after the game, we have some post-game interviews from players and coaches. Mimi Bucher's 3, she'll miss, and so just remember to stick around afterwards with about 5:51 left to go. Hannah Barkus, Kate Travis, Kate for 3, and it's a make.
Good quick shot by Kate. It's going to take a lot more of those in a quick hurry.
52-33, 5:36 left to go. That's going to be Addie Lindau for 2 here for the Nevis Tigers. And like you said, Randy, it's going to happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen quick or fast, and it's got to be a lot of 3s.
Yep, it is, and can't waste a lot of time, down here on the offensive end. You got to get the ball in the air.
And that's going to go Mimi Buchers for 2. She will make from the assist from Travis. And now they're falling. 5 minutes left to go, 54-35. And it's going to be Addie Lindau for the Nevis Tigers. Kate Travis with playing the defense. She was going to it looked like she was trying to get around her, but she couldn't find a way. Marley Mitchell, Kylie Bessler, Hannah Barkus playing on her, and it will go out. And it's going to go Pine River ball. And that was a close one right there.
Yeah. Give Nevis a lot of credit. I think the last 4 shots have all been in the paint.
Mm-hmm. So
it's good discipline.
Ella Dahl to Sawyer Tulinchuk. Mimi Buchers hasn't found the 3 yet. She shot some but hasn't found it. She's going to try to go up, and she'll miss. Get her own rebound off the side of the backboard. Out to Ella Dahl for 3. She'll miss, and Sawyer Tulinchuk trying, but Marley Mitchell will get it, and Kate Travis will get a foul. Ariana Burns coming in for the Pine River-Backus Tigers here with, let's see here, 3 fouls for Travis. Kaylee Johnson coming in as well for Kate Travis and Hannah Barkus.
I think Coach Shealy, decided just how this game is going to go and getting some of these other girls into the game, let them get some minutes.
Sawyer Tulinchuk almost getting a steal from Maya Stacy, but she'll keep it. She'll kick out to Addie Lindau. Bessler in the paint, and a good pass to her, to Grace McNamee.
And again, last 5 shots now have been in the paint, pretty easy shots.
Now with the ball, she's going to go, trying to go for 3. Down to Mimi Buchers. Good move from Mimi Buchers, a one-hander. And we're going to get a call here on Kaylee Bessler.
You know, Buchers hasn't shot the highest percentage, tonight, but I do like the shot she's taken. And again, young girl, she's going to get better and better.
And that's Kaylee Bessler's 4th. And it's going to be Mimi Buchers misses the first. Number 44, Leah Evelyn coming into the game for 22, Sawyer Tulinchek. 56-35, 3:44 left to go here in the second. Mimi Buchers is the one at the line, and she makes the second. So now they're going to see, the Tigers are going to, like you said, just Coach Shealy has decided how the rest of this game is going to go. And that's, I don't think there's any problem with that or any reason that you shouldn't, because when you're going into the playoff time, you're going to need your best girls out there.
Yeah, no, I think that's the right thing to do. Get some minutes for these kids.
It's going to be Mimi Buchers 2. She'll miss, and it's going to go out of bounds and white ball. 3:14 left to go. 56-36. Nevis Tigers are up, and we're going to get a timeout by Paul Schroeder. Full timeout.
I think you're going to see Paul probably put some of his bench players into the game as well now.
Mm-hmm.
If not, he's probably going to work on some certain set that he hasn't seen, hasn't done much with during game situations, and he might try to run a special play here just to see how it works.
And some of the little bit of, let me give you a little bit of the halftime action in some of our other games around the league. Let's see here. PL is, okay, give me 1 second. I got to figure out what in the world that means. Oh, PL versus MW. Oh, Moose Lake Willow River. There we go. 59-44. Minnehaha Academy, of course, is 29 to Crosby Arrington's 25. That's still the halftime score. Haven't gotten an update there. Park Rapids 10, Pequot Lakes 35, and then Aiken is at 40-24 over Staples Motley. Yeah, I had no idea what that abbreviation meant, and then I had to think about it for a long time. So clearly that's proving that my Bemidji State education is really helping me out these days. So the game right now, Randy Schweigel, Caleb Travis, Skeeter 101.5 Euro live event. The Nevis Tigers versus the Pine River-Backus Tigers, and 56-36 here in this second half. Marley Mitchell with the ball for the Nevis Tigers. She will go up, and Mimi Buchers was saying, I was straight up, Jim, but that's going to be on her.
I had a little bit of body contact. I don't think it was that bad of a foul, but, Jim was there. He made the call.
And it's going to be Marley Mitchell at the line. First one's good, and it's going to be Ella Brewer coming in, 7th grader, Randy, number 50.
Yeah, her and Evelyn both, 7th graders playing here in the varsity, played a lot in the JV game, and I'm impressed by those two young girls. They really played well.
And it's going to be Mimi Buchers out of the game, and then also, I couldn't tell who just came out, but Liddy DeWolf's coming in, and it's Kylie Bessler is going to be out of the game, and number 12, Ava Forbes, are coming in.
One thing I will say about PRB is Coach Shealy's got a group of young ladies here that are coming, and it's gonna take some time, and they're gonna get better and better. But the future looks pretty good for them.
Mm-hmm. Aladal for 3, she'll miss. Rebound by Ariana Burns, and she'll go up and she'll miss, but she's going to the line anyways.
Good position by Burns there, get that rebound and put back.
So in for the Nevis Tigers is going to be Allie Forbes, and then number 1, Claire Isaacson. And it's going to be Ariana Burns. Her first one is up, and it's good. Allie Forbes and Claire Isaacson coming in to the game for Grace McNamee, and then Maya Stacy. And now Ariana Burns has got another opportunity here with, it's 58-37. She could make it 38 with 2:16 left to go here in the second. She will miss and it'll stay where it's at. Ella Evelyn playing right now on number 5, Addie Lindau. Allie Forbes kicks to Liddy DeWolf. Quick one to Ava Forbes. Ella Brewer is on her. And it's going to be down to Claire Isaacson. She goes up and in for 2.
You know, I don't want to tell you how old I am, Caleb, but I look at Evelyn out there, and her dad played basketball for me and football for me. I look at Brewer, her mom played basketball for me, and Kylie Johnson, you know, of course, Bailey, her sister, played, you know, basketball for me. So a lot of these girls, well, Burns' dad played football for me and basketball. So a lot of these kids have parents who are very athletic, you know, as well.
Ella Dahl for 3, making it 60-40 with 1:17 left to go. And Randy, like you said, you don't want to date yourself. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout here to get some girls into the game. Number 5, Addie Lindau is coming out. Number 14, Paige Holmes is going in for Ella Dahl. And then on the Nevis side as well, number 2, Mallory Kowaki is coming in to the game. Claire Isaacson getting trapped down there. But, Randy, like you said, you don't want to date yourself.
Okay, so then let's don't. You know.
Yeah, oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
No, but it's interesting to see, though, one of the things when you've been around an area for so long and done as much as you've done is that you see a couple generations come through the halls here.
Yeah, you really do, you know, and, you know, I've had kids play for me and then had their kids, you know, play for me, you know, like
Kim Sheely,
Chitwood, you know, played my first year here. She was a junior, and then I coached all 3 of her kids, you know, over the years. So, and you know, Kim's husband, Dave, I coached him in football. So, you know, and it really, you see a family where, you know, moms and dads are involved in athletics. It just goes to prove, you know, that their kids are going to be involved and take it seriously as well.
Ariana Burns will get a foul call. Ooh, that could have been bad there pretty quick with Allie Forbes and her leg almost coming out from under her. That could have been bad.
A little bit of a collision for sure. No, but it is, for me, it's fun watching these kids, you know, whatever generation after generation, and knowing how their moms and dads played when they were playing for me, and now watching their kids play and the similarities between them.
Ariana Burns will make it to the line. That's going to be the first one on Allie Forbes, and it's going to be 4 team fouls. But, yeah, it's interesting, Randy, of course, because you see when you're in a community that's not very big, but you see a lot of people walk through, like I said, you see a lot of people walk through the halls, and you see grandparents and grandmas and grandpas coming into these games as well.
Even your mom, Caleb, you know. There's a lot of history.
For sure. But that's the end of our game here, 60-41. PRB will fall to the Nevis Tigers here. A good matchup, potentially seeing them in the playoffs as well, but we'll have to see on that. There's a lot more to come with the playoffs and the section here, but we will take a couple short timeouts. We'll kind of recap the game, see if we got a couple of people who can stop by and chat with us, and we will be right back here on your live event and Skeeter 101.5.
You know Wide's Major Appliance in Brainerd for being the best in the business when it comes to used and reconditioned appliances, parts, and service. Well, Wide's Major Appliance now sells new appliances as an authorized retailer of America's iconic brand, Crosley, featuring Crosley's 10-year limited warranty. You don't need to go anywhere else. With new and used appliances, parts, service, they are your one-stop appliance shop. For major appliances without the major price, see Wide's Major Appliance on Oak Street in Brainerd.
And welcome back to your live event in Skeeter 101.5. We got a game here and they might, Randy Schweigel says the Pine River-Backus girls might have a home game here, which would be good. We have a great game going. CI is up 61 or 67-61 with 2:18. And then final for the Park Rapids girls basketball game, 63-22. But here we got 60, and we have a final score of 60-41. We'll see if we can get some PRB girls up here, or maybe some Nevis girls as well. But a really good game here tonight. We see that there's a lot of really good teams in our area, of course. And yeah, have a wonderful night, Sue. And we see a lot of quality teams, and it's going to be interesting to see how the section plays out. The section is going to be Pine River, Walker, Nevis, and Paul Schroeder talked about it in his interview that I wasn't able to get up, which I wish I would have been able to. But he said on any given night, you're talking about 4 or 5 teams, and usually in a section you got a good amount of teams. Let's just even say 10. You have 10 to 15 teams, but you have 4 or 5 of them that every night could be their night to go on. And Paul Schroeder talked about it, and it's interesting to look at. You have BBE, you have Pine River, you have Walker, you have Nevis, you have a lot of quality teams here in the northern half of Minnesota. And you're even seeing quality games going on in other sections as well. You see some local area teams, Crosby, Pillager, some of those other really good quality teams. And it's going to be interesting to see how sections goes, that's for sure. A lot of interesting things are going to happen. And remember, I'm going to pull up the schedule here while I wait for some people to stop by. But remember, our high school sports, there's a lot going on in the next few days. The section individual tournaments are happening. 7A Staples Motley with Crosby Ironton at Mille Lacs. 8AA at DL, day 1 of 2. Pequot Lakes Pine River is there. And then 8 AAA at St. Cloud Tech, and Brainerd and Little Falls are there. High school girls state tournament is going on. The high school gymnastics tournament is going on. High school boys diving and swimming is going on right now. So there's a lot of sports going on right now, and you could basically turn on your live event anywhere, or even listen on our stations that we have, and hear some quality events going on. And that's the best part about Minnesota high school sports, is you have such a diversification of athletes, and you have so many really good athletes from so many different places. And like Pine River's up at Red Lake tonight, and so that's going to be a good game. And so I don't know, I guess I'm talking too much about our really good high school athletes that we have here in the gyms. So let's see who we can pull up here, and we'll take a couple timeouts and we'll be right back.
Kids across America are going to school hungry every day. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals.
Small animal care for your beloved pets.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure. Save on your groceries and gas. Club1.com.
And welcome back to your live
Meetings
event.
are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at
your
the
live
school.
event.
Good
listeners.
luck, Tigers, from the
and
PRB
we're going to wait for our
Boosters.
Skeeter 101.5. And welcome back, Skeeter 101.5 listeners, and your live event. We got Tucker Sheely coming up to the booth right now, and we'll be talking to him tonight about the win or the game between them and the Nevis Tigers. Tucker Sheely, I know it's pretty loud, so you might go deaf up here. Randy Schweigel was up here, of course. But Tucker, what a good game tonight. Maybe not the outcome that, of course, as a coach you would want to see, but you might see them in playoffs. We talked about that in our pregame interview. What are the things that you think are going to just get switched a little bit to give your team the best chance?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of things to take away from tonight. You know, obviously would have liked to have seen a little different outcome and would have liked to have seen a little bit more scoring output. I think that was the message before the game. It's like we need some supporting cast to step up and score. And I think maybe Buchers, maybe took a step forward tonight doing that, being aggressive. But they did a good job keeping Hannah in check and then really, keeping Kate in check as well.
Kate.
So.
Well, and so Tucker talking about that is one of the things that maybe you think hindered your team was the scoring run that Nevis got right in that first half, and that was kind of a big deciding factor on how this game played out. Do you see that as something that you're going to be able to change, or is it just something that it's more of a mentality than maybe moving some girls around?
Yeah, no, I think it's more of a mentality of the girls that we certainly have in the lineup now, and I think it's it's just got to be one of those things when the game starts, we got to be ready to play, and I don't know that it didn't appear that we were ready here tonight, and so that's on me, it's on everybody. We need to make sure that we're mentally prepared for the game when it starts. We played them a couple weeks ago, and the first half was we came out ready to play, and then the second half we weren't quite there, so we need to play with that edge the whole game, and we definitely had a few lapses here tonight.
Well, and Tucker, looking at the rest of your calendar year, is basically you're done until playoffs. You're going to sit, basically you'll have to sit and watch until the Minnesota State High School League puts out the section tournament. But if there's one team that you kind of hope that you could play to start out to maybe get your team ready for the next round, is there a team that you're looking at?
Yeah, I think right now we're slated to play Browerville. So if the standings kind of hold, that's what we'll end up playing them here on Thursday. So it'll be good to get 3 practices in here. We have to work, obviously, some shooting and a couple adjustments here. We have played Browerville. Yeah, we played them with when Ramsey was in the lineup earlier in the season. So we'll have a little different matchups here this time. But no, looking forward to a battle, and looking forward to getting a home court, hopefully playoff win.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coach. I'm going to let you go because I know you like to go home after this. So thank you so much, and have a good night.
Thank you.
We'll talk to Kate Travis here. Of course, not only a player for PRB, but also my sister. It is loud up here. Basically, you could go, I said to Coach Tucker Sheely, they're so loud up here that you might go deaf in one ear, the microphone.
Oh, yeah, it does feel like I'm deaf in one ear.
Yeah, it's loud. So, Kate, tonight you had some really good opportunities down in the paint, scoring on a few different moves that you have. Randy and I at one point speculated if you were going to do a spin move, but you did a really good job being aggressive to the basket. How do you make sure that you're getting to the basket? Is it by your moves, or is it just other small things that you do on the court?
Well, I'm kind of an undersized post, so I kind of just have to rely on my moves, and if they're not there, I like to kick it out to Hannah, who's kind of my buddy, so my spot-up shooter. But I was going to spin move tonight, and then they kind of locked me up in the second half, so I couldn't. But
well, and so that's one of the things, kind of the questions I have is, as a post player, I, of course, didn't play that much, but I was a post player in my time. And once the team knows your moves or knows what you're going to do, if it's a left shoulder turn or a right shoulder turn, do you ever find yourself into a situation where you have to do something that you're kind of uncomfortable with, or do you just like to do the bread and butter of your shoulder turns or something else?
Usually if I'm getting guarded really well in the post, I'll just step out and shoot a 3. And then if that doesn't work, then I just it's kind of in the moment. If I feel someone on my right shoulder, I'm not going to go to my right shoulder, but I just kind of do whatever I'm feeling.
Well, and partially for you and your role is, like you talked about, you're a step-out 3 shooter, you're around the arc a lot, but you're also down low. So your awareness is a lot different than maybe some of the other girls on the team, like a Brianna Hannikin, who's a primary post, or a Hannah Barkus, who's a primary 3-point shooter. Do you see that really affecting your game as your awareness factor?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're pretty good at passing to each other, especially like me to Bree or me to Hannah. I just feel like we have a good connection, but it also helps with like court vision and knowing where people are, because I know all the plays from all the positions then, since I do both. So it's just kind of easier, helps us flow more, I feel like.
Well, and my last couple questions is when you're talking about supporting cast, because realistically, coming into the year, your crew was Ramsey, Hannah, and yourself, and then, of course, Ramsey got hurt. But then it kind of went down to you and Hannah, and then Sawyer really stepped up to her role here on the PRB Tigers team. But Tucker, Coach Tucker Shealy talked about it. The supporting cast needs to get points up as well. Do you do that through passing them the ball when you're down in the post? Like you said, you like to pass out if you got a lot of pressure. Or do you think that in playing with some of your supporting cast, you kind of have to let them do some of the work as well on the court?
Yeah, like at the end of the day, it comes down to scoring points, and I think both. I think they need to be more aggressive and go to the basket when the timing's right too. A lot of it's timing, but I think we got enough good outside shots from the supporting cast, as you'd say. But I just think they need to be more aggressive and be more confident. Sawyer needs to get to the basket a little bit more. She's super quick, and she's a good finisher, so I'd like to see that a little more. And Hannah's just got to keep shooting. She'll make them.
Well, and Kate, I actually have one more thing for you. So if you didn't know, CI was playing Minnehaha Academy
I didn't
tonight.
know that.
CI wins tonight 73-68. Tori Orline with 33, and then Addison Mack for 35 points.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big win for them in just general in basketball. But it clearly proves, though, and maybe if the tides were different here tonight, talking about Pine River beating Nevis, does that show you that there's a lot of opportunity to pull off some big wins in the game of basketball?
Yeah, I actually talked to one of my friends over at CI today before the game, and I told her that I think they can win as long as they play together, and they've been playing good, so that's kind of different. But they've obviously got some good talent over there too, and I just think we need to have some more people step up, and that'll bring us more success, and we just got to keep working.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kate. Kate Travis, Pine River-Backus player of number 2. So thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll catch you a different time and maybe see you with the Browerville Pine River game potentially here on Thursday.
Yeah, thanks.
So Pine River, Nevis Tigers coming in, winning 60-41. This is Skeeter 101.5 in your live event. Caleb Travis here. And we're finishing out the night. We talked to Coach Tucker Shealy and Kate Travis, and there's a lot of good things going on right now. As you heard, CI won against Minnehaha Academy, which is absolutely crazy. Minnehaha Academy girls are a really good squad, so wouldn't surprise me if you see Crosby Ironton moving up the ranks a little bit here tonight. But, here tonight, Pine River-Backus had a lot of opportunity. They had some really good shots and some really good drives, and they strung some stuff together. They just couldn't get it done at the end of the day. And sometimes that's what happens here in the game of basketball. You can do all that you can and still not come out with a win. But it also doesn't matter when it comes to playoffs. Playoff time is around the corner, people, and when playoffs come around, it doesn't matter if you're ranked number 1 or ranked number 8. We see it all the time in the NCAA tournament. Anybody can win. So I'm going to sign off here tonight. Caleb Travis with you. It's a wonderful night. Hopefully if you're down in other parts of Minnesota that's not the north, you got out of the snow okay and everything's good. So make sure that you drive safe if you're listening, and if you're watching, stay warm. I'm Caleb Travis with Skeeter 101.5, RJ Broadcasting, and your live event, signing off for the night, and we will see you here on Thursday if that might be the tide. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Caleb Travis signing off, and have a good night.
This has been a local sports presentation on R&J Broadcasting. Thank you for joining us. And again, thanks to all of our great sponsors for helping to bring you tonight's action. You can check out our upcoming broadcast schedule at rjbroadcasting.com. We now return you to regular scheduled programming.